Hello, and welcome once again to Yoga for Kids and Their Adults. My name's Tony. I'm here at Me Time LLC, a massage and yoga studio here in Troy, Alabama. This program is sponsored in part by the Charles Henderson Child Health Center. They are a pediatric physician and dental office taking care of children from birth to age 19. They fund this program through a grant that they received from the Children's Trust Fund, whose purpose is to prevent child abuse and neglect. So thank you very much for joining me once again, and I hope that you have been enjoying our episodes and our routines. Today's routine is going to be about those days that when you wake up, it's just so hard to pull yourself out of bed. You have no energy, you feel drained. So how can you move? How can you function when you don't have any energy? Well, this yoga routine that I'm going to show to you is all about how to get some energy to get you on your way. All right, this should be fairly easy going. We're not going to be standing up at all. It's all going to be here on the floor. So all you're really going to need is, if you have a yoga mat, that's great. If not, you can use a blanket, a towel, or even the bare floor. I am going to be using a blanket for a couple of these poses. And if you have like a big firm cushion or a pillow, you can absolutely use one of those. If you don't, you can use one of your dining room chairs to lean on. And that's what I'll be showing you when we get to that point. Okay, so as long as you've cleared away your space and you have, enough space to kind of move and spread out and lay down, then you are ready. Now, I am going to be practicing barefoot today because it is part of my tradition, and I encourage you to do the same because it's a little easier and you can kind of flex and move your feet a little better. But if you're outside, absolutely safety first. You can use your shoes, you can use your, workout socks, whatever it is you happen to have handy with you. Okay, so to begin, we are going to start with what's known as the Cobbler Pose. Now, why is it called the Cobbler Pose? Well, a cobbler is someone who works on shoes and has to sew shoes and fix shoes and make shoes from scratch. And normally when they are sitting down, they'll have it between their feet so they can hold it steady and work that way. And that's why it's called the Cobbler Pose. In Sanskrit, it's translated as the bound angle pose because your knees make an angle and you come and you hold on to your feet and you're binding it. But we have since kind of renamed it here in the States as the Cobbler Pose. And that's when you bring your feet together, your knees apart, and you're sitting upright. Now, you can do this pose laying down if you wish. You can use a pillow to hold you up. You can stack a couple pillows so that you can recline in this pose. If you have enough energy to sit up, you absolutely can, and I encourage it for today's routine. I'm using my blanket here under my bottom to give me a little extra cushion because I'm a little achy and sore today. And if you're having one of those mornings, then this is the perfect pose to start with. So you have your feet together. You can have your hands at your ankles. You can have them resting on your knees, or you can even have them resting on your legs with your palms face up. Now, from here, I'm going to encourage you to do some deep breathing. Okay, we've done some deep breathing before, and what I want you to do for today's routine is I want you to take a nice, deep, full chest breath, bring it all the way down to your belly, and then when you exhale, sigh it out, like actually force the air out. That way you can get rid of whatever's weighing you down this morning and help you get your energy and your pep back so you can go on and move for the day. So once you're here and you're sitting straight up, make sure you're anchoring your sits bones, those little bones at the bottom of your bottom, into the ground. And go ahead and take 5 deep, full belly breaths, breathing in through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. Ready? Do this at your own pace here. So inhale. Once you get to 5, just start breathing normal. That's 2 for me. That's 4. Where are you? What number are you on? This is my last one. And now just let your body rest into it and feel what's achy, feel what's tired, feel what doesn't want to move, and reach out to it with your mind. And if you can, give your body parts a mental hug. Oh, you're so good to me, feet, I love you. Oh, you're so good to me, legs, I love you. My back, my shoulders, my neck, such a good body. I'm so glad I have it. Can you do that too? Y'all are a good bunch. Excellent. From here, we're going to move up onto our knees. Now, if you have your cushion, your blanket, this is where it's going to be really handy. So go ahead and swing your legs around. Bring your knees onto your blanket or cushion. And sit back onto your heels if you can. This is called the Hero's Pose. Now, if you have a chair or a bunch of cushions, you can recline into this. My knees aren't feeling that this morning. And besides, we're doing this to try to get some energy in. So stay in your Hero's Pose. Keep your back upright, your eyes level with the ground, and bring your hands to your knees to help support and stabilize you. Okay, from here, I want you to take those same 5 breaths. Really bring the air in and sigh it out through your mouth, okay? Again, follow your body's cue. However long a breath you need, that's what you take. Once you get to 5, just come back to breathing normal. Okay, begin. Don't forget to count your breaths. And once you hit that 5th breath, go back to breathing normal and just feel how your body feels right now. Is it sore? Is it stiff? Does it just want to crawl back in bed and go back to sleep? I understand. Now that you've done your 5 breaths, let's come back to our bottom. So sit your bottom on the ground or on your cushion and bring your legs out as wide as you can. This is called the wide angle pose. Now I want you to sit your body upright, making sure your shoulders are over your hips, your toes are pointed up, your hands can be on the floor next to you or on your legs here, on your knees. And I'm going to encourage you to keep your palms face up. This is a way that you can kind of reflect the energy that you need to get up and get moving. So once again, take your 5 deep breaths in and sigh them out at your pace. Remember to count them as we go. Ready? If you're comfortable doing so, you can even close your eyes. Now, if that makes you want to go back to sleep, keep them open and try to focus on a point in front of you. Okay? This is going to help you get your energy and get moving this morning. Remember to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. I'm a little sleepy too. Once you get to your 5th breath and you've exhaled by sighing it out, just go back to regular breathing and check in with your body. See how it's feeling. See if you're starting to get any of that heaviness away, making your body feel light again. Now for the next pose, I'm going to say it's a good time to get your pillow or your chair out. Okay, so once you have your pillow or your chair, I'll show you the variations for both. This is going to be my pillow here. And I'm going to put this nice big pillow right here next to me. And I'm going to come up. And I'm going to move my blanket here to go across the mat, not along it. This way my knees have some cushion. Okay, so for this variation with the pillow, you're going to start off in your hero's pose next to the cushion. And then you're going to walk your hands forward on the pillow and let your body rest. And you can rest your head and your hands this way. This is a supported child's pose. Now, if you don't have a pillow that's big and firm like this, you can practice with a chair. So let me show you how that might look. If you have a typical dining room chair or an office chair, you just put that in front of you in your hero's pose. Rest your arms in it and rest your head right here. And you are in your supported chair child's pose. And I'm going to encourage you to take your 5 deep breaths in. Remember, in through the nose, out through the mouth, sigh it out, kind of actively push it out there. Once you get to your 5, just start breathing normal. Don't forget to count. That's my first one. That's number 2. Keep breathing, you're doing great. That's 3. Excuse me. That's number 4. And that's number 5. Once you've finished your 5th breath, just take a moment and get your breath back to normal. And then slowly come back into your hero's pose. How you doing? Feeling a little bit better? Maybe a little more energized? Okay, let's keep going. Now I'm going to swap down or get down on my bottom and get into my easy pose. Now if you have your nice big cushion, you can try to rest on it. But I'm going to use the chair here because this might help a lot of you get into this posture as well. This is the cross-legged forward fold using support. So now that we have our legs crossed, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cross our arms as well and let your head rest in your arms. And again, you're going to take your 5 breaths. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Counting with each exhale. That's 2. How are you doing? You counting? That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Now let your breathing return to normal. And check in with your body. See how it's feeling. It's always important to recheck in with your body after every posture, because this is how you know if you're getting the energy that you need, or if you need to put a little bit more effort into it or less effort into it, or maybe you need to change things up. Maybe something's not comfortable and you need to wiggle a little bit. That's okay. So for our next posture, now that everyone's gotten their 5 breaths, we are going to Straighten out one leg. And do the same thing. We're going to rest our head in our hands and take our 5 deep breaths. Are you ready? Remember, this is at your pace. Once you get to 5 breaths, just let your body go back to normal breathing, okay? Rest your head. If you want to, you can close your eyes. Inhale. And then exhale and sigh out. Don't forget to count. 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's my 5th one. So now I'm going to let my body come back to normal. I'm going to let myself sit up. And we're going to swap legs. So you're going to bring the other leg out and bend the one that was straight out before. And then again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to rest our head in our hands. We're going to take our 5 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth with a sigh. So it's like you're actively pushing it out. Don't forget to count. 4. 5. Let your breathing come back to normal and you can raise your head. How's your body feeling? Check in with your body. Are you starting to feel that energy flowing? Are you starting to get some movement going? It's very important that you listen to and check in with how you're feeling. You can't do this and not pay attention because you could hurt yourself. That's the truth for any sport or any other physical activity. If your mind's not here, you have the potential for doing some damage. Now that we've had each leg out individually, we're going to put our legs out as wide as we can all together. And once again, we're going to bring our arms over here to our trusty chair or our trusty big cushion. And we're going to lay our head down and we're going to take our 5 deep breaths. Are you ready? Remember, at your pace, in through the nose, out through the mouth with a sigh like you're pushing it out. Okay? That's 1. That's 2. Always remember to count on the exhale. Last one. And then go ahead and let your breath normalize. And you can sit your head up again. And again, check in with your body. How are your legs feeling? How's your hips feeling? How's your back feeling? Are you starting to feel like you're ready to move? Wonderful. We're going to do just a few more poses. And then we're going to end with just some breathing to help invigorate you. So, our next pose, we're not going to need the chair or the cushion. We're just going to sit with our legs wide. And we're going to sit up tall, inhale and stretch, lengthen and straighten our spine. Turn and face one of our feet and reach towards that foot. And reach towards that foot. If you can reach it, great, go ahead and grab onto it. If not, just grab onto whichever part of the leg you can. And let your body rest into it for 5 breaths. Always in through the nose, out through the mouth today. 5 breaths. After that 5th breath, normalize your breathing, and then slowly walk your hands back up so you're sitting upright. Inhale, lengthen and straighten your spine, and turn to the front. Now, the reason we lengthen and straighten our spine is so that we don't hurt our back as we're twisting. Sometimes our nerves might be almost pinched by our tight muscles, or maybe your back's out of place a little bit, and we don't want to do any damage to those nerves or to the discs between your backbones. So, lengthen and straighten your spine before any twisting movement. Now, we still have the other leg, so lengthen and straighten your spine with a nice inhale. Turn and face your foot. Exhale, reach for it. And again, if you can reach your foot, that's great. Then reach whatever part of your leg you can have access to. Get your 5 breaths here. Don't forget to count them on the exhale. That's my second. That's 3. How you doing? I'm very proud of you. Last one. There we go. Now let your breath normalize. Hands up your leg. Lengthen and straighten your spine with an inhale. And turn towards the middle. Now, how are you feeling? Have you checked in with your body? You're starting to wake up a little bit. Starting to shake the dust out of the old dust can up here. Wonderful. Now we're going to bring our feet back together, back to our Cobbler's Pose. And this is our last posture. Go ahead and take your 5 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Count on the exhale. Last breath. Wonderful. Now, for our breathing exercise to end, I want you to place your right hand over your heart, your left hand over your belly. And I want you to continue those same types of breaths, that in through the nose and out through the mouth, sighing it out as you go. And I want you to feel the movement in your body. Can you do that? Feel the movement as you breathe in and as you breathe out. As you breathe in and as you breathe out. 3 more. Two more. Last one. And then drop your hands. Check in with your body. Reach out with your mind to feel how your body's feeling. Are there any places that still don't want to move? Have you kicked the cobwebs from the brain? Are you ready to go out there and face the day? Well, then you have successfully woken up. Yay! And I know there are days it's hard to do that. It really, truly is. I have those days. You have those days. All of the people that you know have those days. So when you're having trouble getting up, these are some things that you can do. These postures, these poses, and this breath work can help you get invigorated yet relaxed. So you're energized but calm. And that is going to bring us to the end of our time today. I hope that you've enjoyed our yoga for when you don't want to wake up. I hope that these tips and tricks and these yoga breathing and poses helps you wake up next time you're struggling. Again, my name is Tony. I'm here at Me Time LLC, a massage and yoga studio here in Troy, Alabama. This program is sponsored in part by the Charles Henderson Child Health Center. They are a pediatric physician and dental office taking care of children from birth to age 19. They fund this program with a grant that they received from the Children's Trust Fund, whose purpose is to prevent child abuse and neglect. Thank you so much for joining me today and practicing yoga with me today. I hope you learned lots and that you're ready to go out and face the day. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, be kind to yourself and others. Namaste.